Alright.
Tank spotted.
Someone's coming on squad leader. Well, this map is way different. Wondering if my keybind's the same. I have no weapon. Yeah, I don't have a weapon.
Herman?
I am British.
Spot the tank, please.
The walls changed up again.
Hey Indigo, I hate to say it, but I gotta leave around.
I actually do not have any monsters or any red bull or anything like that.
Don't worry about it, please don't let it.
Yo, Indigo, I hate to say it, but I have to ditch the round. I'm not able to spawn weapons.
But I'm not.
I don't think he hears me.
The new Shroud. No, I'm better than Shroud. Right?
Yep.
Okay. I guess they know I'm here. Okay. You're trying to match right now? Yeah, hopefully the number of players will pick up soon. I didn't actually know you could jump. Where did you go? Oh, and then I ran out of those. Well, he died. Oh, you got no kids?
Right now he hears.
Mongol, can you try entering again?
I was gonna repair the game and try it to see if it was my install.
Oh, okay, cool. What kid were you?
Combat sniper.
Okay. What about coffee? I do not drink coffee. If you want to stay up 24 hours, then black green tea would work a lot better than Monster Red Bull crap. I don't drink tea either. I'm like a child. Give me like soda.
Sure. So I don't have the repair game option.
Or lemonade. I'm happy. Or milk. But coffee or tea, no.
Yeah, repair for every.
Although ice cream flavored coffee.
Oh, because it's
no.
Perhaps. Close.
Coffee flavored ice cream. That is the best.
All right. Fucking
And
task
also
manager.
coffee flavored
It's a
candy.
job for task manager. Oh, fucking help me, God! I'm tilted. I just want to right click on the task manager.
Oh, he's dead. Wasted my grenade. So I wish this wasn't a 5 versus 4. But to be honest, even if they had proud Mongol, it would still be like a 5 versus 4.2.
Ouch! Ouch!
Oh, are you hearing this in Discord, by the way?
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh.
I think you're remembering the previous games backwards. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I guess I need to turn on push to talk for the next match. So I can talk shit about you.
You could just put me on your team. I know you get that backdoor admin access with Matchmaker.
I wish. Well, actually, no. I don't wish.
Good soccer, huh?
Yeah.
Working.
Oh.
Are too bad.
Well, to be fair, I'm still waiting for my first kill.
I'm downloading another 6 minutes with the game data I had found. Paramount to replace.
All right. Hey, who's shooting at me? Chat, after this match is over, you need to remind me to look at the poll and see how that went, where it's going. Is Joyous Roof still there? Yes, it is. What happens if you try exclamation mark stream poll? I don't know what mic you're using, but did you know that Yetis were on super sale as of yesterday? No, I did not. Are they good? Because I'm using a $20 mic or $29 mic. It looks really professional, but it's it's really not. He doesn't know I'm here. Oh, he knows.
I got some friends that are pro streamers. I can ask them what mic they'd recommend for you.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how much I wanna spend on the setup.
Yeah, I use the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you, Nanius, for following. I missed that happening. But yeah, maybe I should spend some money on a better mic.
How you pronounce this?
Oh.
Amiens?
I did go to Best Buy yesterday to try to see if I could find a better keyboard and mouse. But turned out I felt like there was so much to choose from, and the feedback I got from Twitter when I asked, there was just too much research to be done, so I didn't end up buying anything.
As far as the mouse goes, I'll send you a link to. It's on Winning is the name of the site, but it's a listing of all the pro esport players and the mice they use, and gives you great stats about the mice, including weight, which is one of the more important stats.
That would be awesome. Thing is, when it comes to mice, it's so much about the grip and how it feels to hold it.
Right, so the dimensions and or the grip is also one of the statistics on the sheet.
Okay. Well, I will have a look for sure. Sounds like it could be useful. You have a Blue Yeti, Illuminate? How do you like it? And like what's the base price for Blue Yeti without discount? Like how much should I expect to be paying for one? Hello, Lord Orbis. Welcome. So I managed to get 0 kills that round. Coming back from 3-0 to 3-3 in Sinai. Cool. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and we got T-Keeb here. Keeb, I don't suppose you're interested in jumping on Discord and having a chat later today? Or do you want to stay in the shadows? Maybe we can talk a bit about what you do. For those of you in the chat who don't know Keeb, he's sitting just in front of me, and he has the worst jokes. Like they're not even close to the quality of Illuminate's bad jokes. Keeb is like a professional bad joker. It's really, I've been thinking about going to HR about it, but
Top tier
see.
unfunny, is what you're saying.
oh yeah. It's painful.
Yeah, I'll only be here for the next 30 minutes or so, and I gotta go to work, but back again in 9 hours from now.
All right, cool. I'll be here.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Oh, hey, Lucky.
Yo, Kill 'em, what's up?
Oh, that should have been a hit.
What you're listening to now is Discord over here.
Latency.
Dice?
Latency.
Battlefield?
That was latency.
Where's that?
That was
Yeah, so the guy speaking there, Indigo, he's the producer and developer of Battlefield Incursions, Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 4. He's also the gentleman that entirely made Battle Log.
Hello.
He made that.
You're going to walk? Yeah, I can't come. They're telling me to drink green tea to stay awake. Do we have that? I don't like tea. So is there any way to make it taste like something else but tea? That doesn't sound healthy.
Yeah, so it fights fatigue and the way it makes you go to the bathroom.
Monsters, maybe? Yeah, some monsters would be nice. Yeah, Whole Foods probably doesn't have monsters. Maybe some snacks. I do need breakfast. I haven't planned this very well. I guess I should have figured out what I should eat before I get on a 24-hour stream. Or drink.
Idiot. So, we're getting shit on for this one game, but we might have time for the next one. I'm literally the best player in Battlefield Incursions.
Oh, wow, I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat. No tier coffee, you're screwed. Well, see, I have a lovely girlfriend who's getting it for me. So, who needs to make plans as long as you have a girlfriend? Oh, you were supposed to hit. Oh, what flavor are these? These are delicious. Thank you.
Get it right.
So I got some of these small. Can you see that? Fishies that taste of pizza. Very good. Would recommend. Oh, that's a corpse I'm fighting. So I have my first kill. I believe it wasn't their raid leader, which happens to be Monkey Face. So yeah, I think we got proof right there. And there we go. Ooh. Hey, Corona King 13, welcome. Oh, and we got a new game following. Thank you for that. So that was a bit unfortunate having to play the game 5 versus 4. Hopefully, Mr. Mongol can have a better time next time.
At 99% repaired. I'll be launching soon.
Here's the key for Incursions. DZ3 or DC3. Alright, so I'm gonna turn on push to talk. So you will hear a lot less of me in Discord.
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
I think it's good for everyone. No. Is this working? Looks working.
It's working.
I hear you. So I haven't seen 3 matches ongoing since the initial 2 weekends. It's been over a month.
I think the third one was ours.
Yeah, I think the record is, I want to say 24 matches.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so hopefully we get into the match this time. Killam, this is Battlefield Incursions. It's a new esports version of Battlefield. You're still there? Sorry, I missed that a few minutes ago. Trying to get set up for it. Yeah, I was cutting off the display. I think it's messing up the game. As usual. I think I got shit on for the match. Let's see. On the stream, did he make it into a match? Or is he... And we're playing with, again, the developers. So if you've ever heard of Battlefield, Battlefront, you know, or EA, or DICE, that's who in Discord with. That's who I'm playing with. But if you want like a really good breakdown on the game, go check out YouTube and just type it in. So now because of that glitch, I have 2 deaths on my stats and no kills. That feels fucking bad. Alright, sweet, we got a lobby. Hope this is coming up for you guys. Should be. Can you let me know in chat if you can't see the game? It's good music. Alright, yeah, I'm loading into a lobby now.
Oh, you bastards.
Oh, it's left out. There's 1 spot open, is weird.
Salute.
Salute.
Hey.
Anyone did press that like no matchmaking's working?
Yes.
Yeah, like the longest I've been in the queue was half an hour. And then I got kicked out of the queue.
That can't be right. It says an estimated 3 minutes and 29 seconds till you find your match.
Well, then you get kicked out of the queue.
I'm just joking.
Like what's everyone playing actually? Like,
You mean what, other games?
yeah, I mean like what other games are people playing at the moment? You know, the player counts them down.
I think Battlefront 2 has a
No,
lot of
but-
players, and Fortnite and PUBG.
But well, I was in the first week.
Yeah,
And
in
in the second week we did
come to
reach
the
100 concurrent players.
Battlefield 1 stream
And
with everything.
Incursions close alpha, but then like it just
And just
dropped
type in
down
chat,
to zero,
0p,
right? More or less zero right now. Okay, wait, let's see. 2 matches going to 8 players in matchmaking. I hope I get inside this matchmaking without getting.
Yeah, the thing is, we haven't invited new players in a really long time, except for the like odd code that we give away.
Yeah, the few people, you know, like for example, me doing some advert to my friends.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
come check it out.
in the grand scheme of things, that
Can't hear.
doesn't make any real difference.
Yeah.
What we're looking at is sending like hundreds of thousands of invites.
Okay, everyone but me has a double voice.
Yeah, like I do find Incursions has very big potential. Someone that comes from Battlefield 4 and thoroughly enjoys Battlefield 1. Like I own Battlefield 1 with Premium Pass, but I have maybe 100 hours, whereas Battlefield 4 I have over 1,000 hours. Because like, let's give like a good example. The M416 in Battlefield 4, if I remember correctly, did its maximum damage of 44 damage,
Oh, this try-hard
18
nerd and his gun
meters.
stats.
and after 18
So
meters,
is the
it
voice thing
dropped down
fixed?
to 18 damage. Minimum damage is 18, yeah. That's by 40 meters. That's when it reaches minimum damage. Okay, what's that about? Difference between a good and a bad player is, well, at range, the good player would be able to give the headshots, you know, control the weapon correctly, guess what a spread could be, you know, react correctly. But then you come over to Battlefield 1 and, oh, there's so much spread, like, it doesn't feel like it makes sense to learn the guns. Or once you're in close quarters, like, you just feels, like, shooting the fucking
I mean,
weapons, yeah.
It's not the same as BF4, but it is a different game.
Yeah, it is a different game. It's like, you know, the devs did a very good job with BF4. I played BF4 since, like, I praise the devs with what they did. But then imagine like someone, you know, learning from the failure they had, but then going to a new job and say, fuck all what I learned, I'm just gonna ignore that. That's what it feels to me.
Wow, this guy's
Why
being
the
really
fuck
hostile.
don't we have, you know, the same server systems like we had before? Procon and all that shit. No, we have this shitty system, and after like 1 year, finally have operations and server browsers. Complaining, you know, about teamwork. I remember the main goal in Battlefield 4 was to improve teamwork. They said that, and in Hardline they did improve that. For example, if a assault player or support did not give you medpack or heal, you can go up to them, press E, you receive something, but it's not a lot, it's a little, but you can receive something. Instead of, you know, running around stupidly with no ammo. Move over to Battlefield 1, it's the same engine. Same fucking engine. I don't know how hard it is to port something to the same fucking engine, but hey, it's not in the game.
Yeah, I think the keywords there is I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really the
They're-
best place to crucify him for years. Things happened years ago.
Yeah, but still, like, you know, you have to think about it. They're offering us a product, and we're customers, and we expect, you know, certain stuff, improvement. There has to be a reason why getting this new product is much more interesting over, you know, the previous product. When the previous product, you know,
Come on.
has way more stuff to offer than a cut down
Yeah.
version.
So I mean, I can answer in
A few questions.
detail,
Okay.
but that would not be worth either of our time.
It would be worth my time. I have nothing to do today anyway.
Ouch.
And I'm currently,
But-
I'm currently
but-
sitting in a queue right now.
Yeah,
so.
let me just say that even
Mm.
though it may look like the same engine or the same version of something, or why did we switch out the server system, there
Well,
are
yeah.
reasons for it. It's not like, hey, let's switch out the server system because it's fun. It comes at a huge cost, but there are reasons, and someone, usually a producer, takes or makes the call, like, okay, do we go with the old stuff and stay limited to that, or do we move on to a new system that,
Which was more
yes,
limited.
it's gonna hurt us in the short term, but long term it will benefit us. So no one is doing it to, like, out of spite or this, because everyone thinks this is for the greater good of the franchise.
So, out of curiosity, what were the long-term benefits? Like, what did you guys envision? Because whenever you do something, you have something you expect to come out of it before you do it. You just
You mean
like you
for
just
the
said,
servers?
yeah, for the servers, yeah. Just out of
I don't know.
curiosity.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
you do
was
not know.
involved in
Because
that.
like I'm trying like to understand, like, because correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the old system, based more of the community? Like, if the advantage you had on the old system, let's say you have people, for example, in South Africa, they suffer a lot of video games because most devs do not offer servers for them. But in the old system, they could get a third-party, what do you call it, server provider, and rent a server there that offered Battlefield 4, and the server, the third-party supplier just needed to have a license, EA, to have the rights to rent Battlefield 4 servers, and then they would receive, a cut from the pay that they receive from players. And then, you have the option then, without EA having to spend a lot of money, cover up certain regions where you have a player base, but it's not big enough to invest millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, into building a server structure.
It's not as simple as that, but I guess in
Yeah, I just simplified my understanding.
yeah.
Believe it or not, the sentence would be way too long.
Well, you have to remember, Battlefield 4 servers, or just in general, weren't that good when it came to like simple matchmaking or simple match joining, because this is how Balog worked. You were looking for the top servers right now. Like, you go on the server browser, you find a server, like, oh, you see this has 64 players, and there's like thousands of fucking servers that has no freaking players whatsoever, and it's all those servers that have been populated. So that's the problem. BF4 was great, but when it comes to admin administration, it was pretty garbage. Even if it's good to have options, so it had no rule sets, no nothing. It was so hectic to make a server. It was just unbelievably hard, and I can understand why new players come into Battlefield, they look at that thinking, oh, well, this is a bit hard to understand what the hell is going on.
Well, like, that's a bit exaggerated with the difficulty. Like, how hard is it to work with Broken? Like, I managed a server using Broken, and that was fairly easy. That's like saying, like, oh, PC gaming is hard because you have to build a computer. Like, it wasn't that hard. Okay, I get what you said, about the server with a lot of empty servers. That's true. But then, who the fuck wants to go on an empty server? And also, we already had matchmaking in Battlefield 4, which actually it worked fairly quite well from my experience.
Yeah, it put you on official servers that were unmanaged and full of hackers.
Well,
alright. Well, while you guys are leaving the past, I guess I'm gonna take off.
I found the match.
No, we're kind of talking about the servers, like how I find the Battlefield 1 system to be trash compared to Battlefield.
Well, right. I'm not denying that Battlefield 1 system is pretty bad right now. Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, I'm not saying also that Battlefield 4 system is the best one. No, I'm just saying, like, I do not understand. Okay, they saw how Battlefield 4 was, they improved it. They didn't solve the problem, and then they go over to Battlefield 1, and instead of learning from mistake, they're like, no, we're just gonna forget all what we learned and start at a new. Like, that's how it feels like to me, like a consumer. I go to work,
Jesus, I just want to
give up part of my life to earn my money, and then on my free time, I have to choose, okay, is it worth for me to give that money to this certain person to enjoy that product or not? And then I'm a fan of the Battlefield series. I give my money away just to be disappointed.
Yeah, I
Well,
understand. Like, I understand you're
Yeah.
upset, but like, I think Reddit would probably be a more appropriate place to have the conversation you're
Yeah,
trying to have
but
now.
there's a lot of what I call it, you know, humans that do not know how to respect other humans.
That's true. I understand. Like, I'm a
That's
lifelong
why
Battlefield myself.
I'd
so-
rather have a conversation with constructive criticism. I'm not here to insult anyone or disrespect anyone.
I
I'm just
understand.
here,
But
to
the
hear everyone's point of view while
Right,
I'm
but-
waiting
well,
to get in the game.
guys,
yeah, the focus of the day is Incursions and making it a great
Yeah.
product. So the
Yeah,
energy.
I find
keep it there.
Incursions to be great. I was just surprised, like the beginning of the conversation. In case if you weren't here at the beginning, was like, why is no one playing Incursions? Like, I want to play Incursions. I'm like for 10 minutes now in the queue, and I'm still not in the game.
Well, I think a lot of people aren't playing Incursions just because it's not part of the main game itself. Not a lot of people play CTE.
Yeah.
what about
Then you can come with a problem. Well, like, not a lot of people play CTE because CTE is premium restricted.
what about incursion
Yeah, the last
servers?
2
Like,
days CT was quite full.
that's right. What about the incursion servers? Like in the future, will the amount of the servers will be like expanded or what?
According to what I've read, it's gonna become open, like, but I don't know when.
So I can give you some insight.
Okay.
The reason we have so few players invited right now is that we still feel that the experience is really rough. Like new players who come in don't have any idea what's going on, so we need to step up our onboarding game. And by bringing in a ton of players now, we would give them a really bad first impression. So we'd rather have time to address some of those issues